Alright, we gotta go, chat. We gotta go. Gonna end quarter two. I think I don't know where that tariff stuff stands. I guess the big beautiful bill's somewhere. Maybe look that up in a minute. So then that also means we have earnings coming in too, so that'll be at the end of the month. That's something to think about. I also need to, so it is do or die time now. We have to we have to make returns. We are at that point now, and I think I really need to streamline what's in my portfolio. So it's putting some stuff together over the weekend. It's kind of like, you know, you have too many things. It's hard to track what's doing the best. So I have to think about that. And the ones here we go. So wait, no, this isn't. I think this is a different one. This is a different one. I'm looking for files here. I'm trying to find some files so I can start messing around. Yeah, I want that one, but dang it, I didn't, did I not name it right? I'm a naming convention, sometimes I'm bad. What's this one? Yeah, I want to share this one. This is what I want to share. Yeah, okay, it's shared. Let's give it a different name. How about that? Let's go e-trader. Proactive trader. Proactive capital management or something. Proactive PM. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to my other account. Where is it? There's a kitty on the table. There's a kitty. I think he wants to go. He wants to go in the bedroom, but that's locked because one of the kitties is having a mystery situation with their tummy and will poop. I mean, not poop. Oh my gosh, puke. Randomly. So I guess we could put so we have to kind of make it a separate one for all verticals, and then we'd want the put verticals if we do them. Okay, and this would be selling, so probably we have to kind of pick a side. So if we're going to do call verticals, I don't know about buying them and selling them. I mean, I guess you could buy. It's just like, just buy the stock then. Have a stop loss. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Again, if you're bullish, do you need to do call verticals and cash secure puts? Like, if you bought a call vertical, like, do you need to do a cash secure put? Like, I only do the put verticals because some of the stocks are just expensive, and so I do those. But I don't know if there's a reason to do or buy call verticals. I don't know. Maybe if volatility spikes and a price goes up, or volatility spikes, there's a bit of a down move, but I don't know. Those are usually bought up. So no. I think they're coming in here and bugging me. It's forcing them in here because the door's closed. But just keep it shut. We gotta monitor them. All right, so I have this set up. I'll have to make my own little journal portfolio situation, but I need to strategize. Let's see here. Let's just do it right now. Let's see here. If I go here, TQQQ, we go out, I need 200 a week, right? Like, I need 200 a week. So what's that per day? $50 a day. So you'd go out here. What does this generate? 150. Well, if I get rid of the Tiva, That'll free up about $1,000. I'll have to wait. I shouldn't wait on the Amazon one. When it got to 205, I should have rolled it. The only thing I could do here is maybe roll up this Amazon call. Ugh, don't want to do that. But it might just get worse and worse and worse. And we're kind of at the break even. So if I was able to get a call at that level, I would bring the loss down. The loss is all in these freaking, in the freaking sold call, not in the stock. Yeah, I think that was, or you sell put spreads, but that's kind of, you still are going to have this loss to contend with. It doesn't matter. The loss is coming up. Oh, there was. Uh-oh. Did it get washed? Okay. So we gotta think about what to do with this Amazon position. It is started. Oh, I know. Oh, okay, get the graphics going. Okay, I'm just doing a talk right now. Maybe I'll save this talk for later. We gotta do the other framing events, I guess you'd say. Alright. Taylor chat. There. Let's drink some water. Okay. And we'll get to these items over here, although my situation here is kind of in the way. Oh, these aren't grouped together. Can't move it. Need a different scene. We're gonna have to deal with it, chat. So let's go ahead and look at the trades. I guess we'll stick with this. So this was my put vertical. I've held on to it, I guess. Could have closed it up here. Looks like there was some volume at the end of the day to buy. Yeah, it's just such a big loss, but it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. Yeah, that's that put vertical that I sold. Maybe just do that again. And I'm not totally against, I don't really want to own it at these levels though. So I'm not keen on just selling a put. So what I realized the strategy is like if you're doing this and the stock goes down the way this one did, one, have a better stop loss, or two, you're buying it on the way down. You're like, oh, it's a bargain. Let's buy, baby. Oh, what was that? He's playing now. What are you doing, Fiva? Weird symptoms, Fiva. I don't know. And then some might say it's a little bit of a breakout situation. There is some overhead above it, but It probably has $20 more to go on Amazon. Because the market's at all-time high, this is not. So is everything just gonna chase it up? Alright, what was this? This was my sold put. Alright, so this is a short put. I got rid of all my tags. That probably wasn't a good idea. We'll just start over again. Amazon. Oh yeah, this was kind of an accident. I was like testing something out and then what's this bar? Yeah, this was kind of a mistake. A mistake trade. I don't know how to. Fiva, what are you doing, Fiva? 5V, you're all needy again. 5V, what's going on in your belly? Fiva, this is Fiva. He's having some belly issues. Yeti, what's going on? What'd you eat? Got a blockage? What's going on, Fiva? Fiva. Solid. Solid little kitty. Okay, kitty. You gotta lay down. Gotta lay down, little kitty. Or big kitty. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. What are you doing, buddy? Fiva, I don't know what you're doing, Fiva. You're freaking me out, Fiva. Don't understand the behavior, Fiva. Don't understand it. You got to explain it, Fiva. Alright, we need to keep going, chat. That was a mistake trade. Here we go. Got distracted. Nike. This is me trying to join the crowd on this one. This was it was an post-earnings play, post-earnings gap up play, I guess you'd say. But we'll just call it a VWAP trade, so gap up VWAP trade. Kitty, I can't really type with you up here, bud. You need like a little place of your own, like just chill. Gap up. I think something's going on. He's curious. Yep, he's missing out. This was also some momentum play. I don't know what was going on with Snapchat. It was like up. Was it earnings? I don't know what it was. I don't remember what made this go up. It was on the, oh, it had high relative volume. So it had, maybe I can add that to the, I gotta write out the strategy. So it's, you have to have, to look at the relative volume, you have to have some kind of news catalyst. And then like the general market has to be up too. Like you don't want to do this and then like the market's going down and this one stock is like screaming higher. You want to investigate that a little bit, make sure it's real. Snapchat went up, but then didn't really go anywhere beyond that. So this was, it had high R-ball. It was, I think it was a gap open, or it was above VWAP. Is this my call vertical? Yeah. I got out of that because it was like 21 days or something like that. So I got out of it. I put another one on. We'll see how that goes. And it probably won't go very well. But I have until... Man, that's the third day it went up. This thing's gonna keep going up. I'm gonna have to just buy the shares. Well, it's in like a zone where it could chop around too. Can't speculate though. Price action showing you it's going up. You just gotta go with that. You don't have a downtrend yet. You've actually broken the downtrend, and I don't think the Nasdaq's in a downtrend. You can't draw a downtrend line right now. So that's rare. So this kind of needs to come off, to be honest. Like, and then I just need to sell the put because I need to make the 200 a week. So yeah. What was this? Short put. Oh, okay. This is just short shares. This would have been below VWAP. I guess I should be looking as to whether I actually wrote this down. Go check that out. That was for the 25th. Then I have to do, on Monday I gotta download my any trades I do on Monday and then close out June. Yeah. So 25. Yeah, that's oh, I gotta stop doing that. I can't do a trade unless I write it down. It's not allowed anymore. Sip of water. No data available. There we go, we'll just call it that. I got out of it though, the market was going up. And we have 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah, we need to enter. Well, actually, this is the 4th day, so it's like edge are low, and then you have 1, 2, 3. This is when you should have entered. We still have a breakout though. I think any pullback is probably buyable. If I could do that, maybe I could just take the shares. And then you have the call vertical way high if it goes down. So you have some buffer there. I mean, or as well, you could get rid of those verticals. You get rid of Tiva, and then just buy the shares, or sell 2 puts. That would probably give you enough capital to sell 2 puts. Maybe that's what we'll do. So we can earn, because the goal is to put the $250 in the account every week. So it's either sell 2 puts or buy 200 shares. Because volatility is low. And you don't get as much credit. Unless it's a down day. Or buy 100 shares, and then if it goes down, sell another put. But either way, I mean, you have a higher probability of getting that 200 if here you just sell this. What if I went out here and I went to the 30 delta? I sold 3 of these. Oh my gosh. There's your $1,000. It's a lot. I mean, it would be nice to be able to kind of adjust it every week as needed. So no. So that's about 2, like you get around that for, and then maybe you roll it. So if we did 2, you could always like roll 1 out or roll them both out for another 2 weeks. So that's what I think I have to do. So on Monday, I might have to get rid of that position. We'll see where TQQQ is. And then we'll go out 12 days and we'll sell the 30 Delta. And then I don't have a ton of time though because we have to roll. We would have to roll like that Thursday. Well, not really. I mean, you'd have until Monday. You'd have all that decay. All that weekend decay. Alright, I'll come to a final. We have some ideas for that. We just have to write the ideas down. Yeah. So switching, I rolled this one out. That one was just for 21 days, so that one was rolled out in time, or I just set a new trade on. This worked out really well, so this is a short put in Walmart. I need to consider this again too. So let's take a look at Walmart. This is kind of just trading sideways, so this would be a decent candidate for putting another one of these on. Where's the 30 Delta? Yeah, I'd consider that again too. So we can consider another put on Walmart. Generate money. So I'll log that and then kind of figure out what I could expect to earn from that. So selling puts in Walmart. Let's go. Let's see, what was this? So this is on the 23rd. Alright, that's good. The geese will love it. There's no women in this list. Over here. Interesting. Got the billionaires list here. Crazy. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of billionaires. There's a lot of billionaires. Whoa. The Winklevoss twins are at the very bottom. Huh. Interesting. Oh man, chat. What do you hear, chat? Alright, sidetracked by the news. Distracted streaming. Let's go. No, not yet. Not yet. You want to see some action? Okay. Alright, let's finish the journal. And then we can go see some action. This was on the 23rd. I got sidetracked. I did write it down. So this was news and below VWAP retest. Okay. This is below VWAP. Okay. This is the same thing. Oh, you tested 2 times, you're wrong. Go the other way. Like, don't be afraid to go the other way. Don't worry about that. Like, even this though, like, this is, you know, it's not super reliable. It wasn't showing good data. You know, I don't know that I should be doing it. That's my thing about day trading. Like, I don't know if I should really be engaging in that just based on the data. Let's take that Amazon loss. So that's just gonna be, maybe that's just sort of over time. Maybe we get that loss down. We can't roll. So if we roll up, because we can roll up to maybe 225, which would be above the first initial cost basis, then I have to continually sell there. So even if it goes down, I'd have to just keep selling at the 225 and whittle that down. We have the discipline to do that. I mean, I don't really want to get rid of the shares. I think you can own, you do a lot of premium. Like, you can't really do any premium with Tiva. It's below $20. The only thing to do here would have been to buy more at the bottom. Didn't do that. I think this one needs to go. And then free up capital for the TQQQ trade. So TQQQ, Walmart, IBIT, those are kind of key. If everything's still positive, I have a gold call vertical. So if that goes down, I could take that off. I could just take that off so I can start focusing on like a particular... Well, I guess all I would really need to do is like set up a screen. And if I wanted to do call verticals, well, the market, it has to be going up. Volatility, I think, has to be at a certain level. Like, you'd want about 20. You'd want something that has gone up, an increased IV, so you get enough premium. You also, I think you might want to see too that it kind of reaches a peak, and you don't really want to sell at the peak. You want to sell like maybe after that peak, it kind of has its first down day, and But then I also think too, like, if it's in a general uptrend and it just has that one down day, is that really the best thing to sell a call on? You might want to think about something that's already down and is maybe retesting something. Like it made its first leg down and then it retests a key level, then you put it on. Because volatility will probably be high as well in that case. So maybe take the profits on the call spreads. And because the original idea with the portfolio at the beginning of the year was to have a core position in IBIT and a kind of a core position in TQQQ. I think I could also add TLT in here. I can add that back. So take off TIVA, take off these call spreads, and then take my profits in those and rearrange to TLT Gold, Walmart IBIT, TQQQ, and then see what we could do about this Amazon position. Because that'll be kind of it's going to be a loss no matter what. See if we can get it to be a smaller one. I think that's what I have to do. And see if I can generate that 250 a week. We need to see, like, for 20 trades, see if we can do it. We have the spreadsheet going for it, so let's see if we can do it. 250 a week challenge. Let's start the challenge, chat. Let's go. Let's open it up again. So we need to rebalance the portfolio and focus on 4 positions. So that's going to be IBIT, Walmart, TQQQ, Git, lose TIVA, and profitable call spreads. So we also want to think about TLT, gold. I think gold's okay. What else? Oh, MZN. Okay. So those are going to be our positions. Google the punch, man. They're just kind of closely tied to Amazon, so if you get rid of those extra things, you know what I mean? So we'd be looking to sell weekly, or well, since we started the weekly tracker, maybe we keep with the weekly tracker. So we started the weekly, sell a weekly, put in TQQQ, evaluate Walmart for possibly to believe, oops, not spelling this right, possible, so I put in Walmart, and then I need to put everything like in a spreadsheet so that I can read this. Why does it pick the word? And then I need to get rid of that TIVA trade, and if these call verticals are become profitable, get rid of them. Although I guess if this bill passes, the market will probably scream higher. If we do have to double down on futures. I think, you know, the strategy that I'm using is that above VWAP trade. Like, if it's above its moving averages and they're all moving up, like, why not give it a shot? Just keep your risk to a certain level. I don't, yeah. But then I need to write out or revise or write out for trades I will do this. I generate some, you know, you just want to try to do this every week. Some days, some weeks you will, some weeks you won't, some weeks will be more, and some weeks will be less, but that's the minimum. Alright, let's look at the market that was. So, this was last week, so we have every major index up by quite a bit. That is bullish. Fantastic. Let's look at the 3 months of last quarter. We've gone up in the last quarter. Like, this is pretty amazing. A lot down here. 6 months. We're just climbing out of it. So yeah, we're just climbing out of it. Just kind of broke out. Well, at least the NASDAQ did. The NASDAQ did. The S&P sort of did. The Dow is lagging and the Russell is still lagging. They're up, but it's not performing the same. Same thing. All right, so then they broke out. These three on year to date have broken out a little bit. So they're breaking out of like all-time highs. It's probably pretty bullish. There's nothing above there to really stop it. So any pullback is probably viable unless there's some crazy crash. We already had the crazy crash though. I mean, we already had this dip. So I think it's buy the dip all the way. Like anything that dips down, like you buy it. So maybe buying those shares of TQQQ is like the way to go and just have that. So that would have to make what would be more of a core position. So you just take the shares, and doesn't it have a dividend? Yeah, it does. So you should just buy the shares. Have the core or sell puts. Yeah, if you don't want to buy them right out, yeah, let's sell puts because we know we can get credit for that. We don't know where the stock's going to go. We know we can get credit for it going up. So we could just sell puts. And then we have a somewhat of an idea of how much we can generate every week. Like you don't know how much that TQQQ is going to appreciate, but you know it's going up and you know the time will pass. So, you will most likely collect that credit. The delta tells you 7 out of 10 times it will. So let's keep doing that. Let's keep tracking it so we can hit our goals. Okay. Well, I guess I should take a screenshot of this. I need a snack. Copy that. Markets are up. Assumption of uptrend. Alright, let's go ahead and look at sector performance. Five days, so SMH, XLC, KRE, XLK, ITV, XLY, Amazon and Tesla. Yeah, this is probably the best like weekly sector performance I've seen in quite some time, because usually what was it, like communications and financials, and then like maybe one of the other someone else. Like it wasn't very exciting. So SMH, tech, metals, mining, gold, industrials, communications, SPY. Everything's pretty positive. Stuff that's negative. Oil, gas. Yeah, oil, gas kind of just playing catch up. Gold is the biggest outperformer of the year, though. That's for sure. But SMH though, wow. That's crazy. Just say sector performance here. Okay. Oh, I don't need it. It just needs to be yellow. Okay, there we go. The top performers were SMH, XLC, KRE, probably because, oh yeah, that might be something to put back on the KRE's good to trade. And with rates going with this, all this rate craziness, like, that's a good one to trade. That's your regional banks. It's kind of, hasn't broken out yet. But it might. How are we out looking at the options here? Weekly options. They're liquid. They're liquid, okay. Ooh. Well, we'll see what the pricing is. We might add KRE. So there's TLT, KRE. Those benefit from changes in rates. Either the volatility, all those things kind of change. We got to think about KRE. So down here in the trade planning review, KRE, and TLT. Okay. And earnings are going to be at the end of the month. Earnings at the end of the month. Oh boy. Oof, you might see a big push into earnings. And then they pass the bill and stuff. Should just buy something and like see what it does. Like just buy the shares, man. I think so. Alright, let's look at the top stocks. So, week gainers on the week. And we do it by market cap, which I think it already was. So, it's all the regulars. So, we have Berkshire back in there. That's good. That's good to see. Okay. There are best performers by market cap. And then we want to do by, oh, whoops. Copy. That's by market cap. Let's do by volume. Okay. Keep that on eye for, an eye out on that. I just need to do that one by market cap. So this will be volume and market. This one will be volume, and then this one, yeah, well, volume market cap here. Okay. Okay. And then Nike's also, I traded that too. Yeah, I think it's like you gotta pick a strategy. Like, that's, I think I have to do. I think that, I don't know if you gained or lost anything there. The losers on the week by market cap. Oof, all the stuff that was gaining before, I think we're, ooh, that's kind of scary. Yeah, I might have an explosion to the upside, chat. I mean, at least until earnings. And then what? We have Q3, so then July's getting into Q3, so maybe we don't even see inflation till Q4. Yeah, end of the year. 2026 will be kind of like sneaky inflation coming back in. We'll see what the tariffs, I think that'll all depend on, and like the thing is with the tariffs, it's like we're talking about something that's not even happened yet. We're all worked up about something that hasn't even happened yet. Let's all remember, like, we haven't felt these tariffs. They aren't actually in place, I don't think. Like certain ones have paused. Like, it's all in our head. Like, you gotta be careful, chat. Oh, Palantir was down 4%. I wonder if that though, like, you know, you see Palantir starting to go up, then you know, like, a battle's gonna happen somewhere in the world. And then when the battle actually happens, it drops. I think it's a battle indicator. Well, war, I guess. Conflict indicator. I don't know if these wars that we're having are more like conflicts. War, I think now is more like a war of words and like economic war than it is like, unless it's Ukraine, I guess, but a lot of it's just posturing. I guess what would be good here too is to have some sort of charts. Maybe do a scan for like other things. I didn't read this yet, or didn't watch this yet. I need to watch this when I'm done. Let's go ahead and let's see what kind of scan I can do here. So let's up in 60 minutes. Outer Bollinger Cross. Range bound. So we would want let's add that one. We'd add that. Add what, 10 days? Maybe not. Standard deviation. Change in the 5 minutes. I should look at what these are because I could use that for my VWAP trading. Like something that's above VWAP on volume, I need to do that too. So change in the last 20 days. Position and range. $20 versus the 200. I think all I'd want to know is that even do something like this, like where it was so position and consolidation, high volume, change from the close. Consolidation. Can't spell. I can't spell for shit. Consolidation. Let's see, time frame. Let's go here. That gives you kind of a consolidation watch list. Consolidation, bam, okay. Let's save this and work on this. This is kind of what we need. We need to work on this. So we need to save. I know, we just let's just save the whole thing because I need to work on it. So when I'm not trading, I can work on that scanner. So it's to find consolidations and then maybe breakouts. What I want to add is maybe like a moving average, that it's moving, you know, kind of above its moving average. Like this looks like an interesting chart. We have upward sloping movement here. I'll have to look at it on a longer chart, but I kind of like this. So if you looked at it on other charts, then you can kind of determine where it might be in a cycle. If it's ready to go higher, if you have lots of volume, that could be interesting. So I'll look at that scanner. That might help us pick some more stocks too. So I have to utilize, that's the other thing too moving forward. I need to utilize trade ideas more for my scanning. So find all my little scanners that I want to do or think about them and try to make them in trade ideas. So the goal for Monday is probably get rid of that Tiva position, but then we're going to take any profits we have on the calls. If we do, we'll probably set up selling puts in TQQQ, selling puts in Walmart. And I really think looking for a way to go long, I think that might be what we do. We'll see how futures open, and maybe take advantage there as well. Let's look at the calendar for the week. I think that would be important to look at, just to see. We do have a shortened week, super shortened week, because Thursday's a half day. We get non-farm in the morning, so that's interesting. That's a little volatility action there. The 4th is an American bank holiday. There's also ISM services on the 3rd's kind of volatile. So we'll see how that goes. Wednesday there's some employment data, and it's on the 1st too. So wow, lots of data. We get the jolts, so we get a picture of the job market, and yeah, that's the big thing next week is we're getting that kind of that outlook, all important jobs information. So could be on the lookout for that. And then just watching like the tariff news or whatever comes across the tape. See if there's any news right now. Not really. We're getting closer maybe to that bill. Oh no. Firefighters are badly. Oh no. Huh. After 5 p.m. Huh. Oh man, heat wave. Scary. Climate change, y'all. Biggest existential crisis. But we'll worry about that later, I guess. I think I have kind of that general plan for the week. So I'm gonna go and put everything together, take a break. And Future's open in about 50 minutes. So yeah, with that, remember this is for educational and informational purposes only. Not intended to be advice or a recommendation. Please do your own research. Trading is risky. And I need to rebalance my portfolio. We need a fresh start for July so we can get those profits moving forward and make that extra money every month. So with that, I will say goodbye and wish you a safe and profitable trading week and a happy July 4th.